Hello.
It picks you up. You right?
Yeah, we're just gonna do it. I know we're recording you. Look at the camera, like give it a wicked tongue or something. That's how we do it. Hi, everybody. Oh, hi. Sorry.
Call that the Joe Biden. You just stare at it.
No, this is the Joe Biden. The drifter.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's just have short conversations. Pick a topic maybe, and we'll just go for it.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. So.
Welcome to Young Lion, Old Lion podcast, where hosts Josh Valera and Tony Darren take you into the world of selling and storytelling. With stories of the hurdles, victories, and current struggles, they'll dive into the instincts and lessons that keep them moving forward, hunting in the jungle of transportation.
Welcome or welcome back. I'm Josh Valera.
I'm Tony Darren.
So today I just want to keep a little short bonus episode. See what you guys think. Kind of what books have impacted us the most, or kind of what comes to mind today. So
yeah,
hopefully keep it around 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I guess let's start there. What's the freaking point of recording a bunch of data if there's no passion?
Yeah.
And I think that was something really strong. And it's true. Not a new note, but I mean, I'm a big analytical data thinker.
Yeah. It helps you understand what's happening outside of the things that we get drowned out with emotion.
Well, so many people just tell you, well, this is broken, we need to fix it.
Yeah.
But other than telling me what, revenue is or what our loss was or what our gain was.
Yeah.
You can't tell me anything else.
Yeah.
So where's the data? Find the problem. And then from finding the problem, you make a solution.
Yeah, that goes into a whole nother discussion about statistical data, how we're measuring and how we're using it today, what works, what doesn't. But I don't remember or recall reading a book that I really enjoyed that kind of went through that. No, I mean, for the 4DX book, the 4 Disciplines of Execution, I mean, it talks about kind of ratios and things of that nature within the book,
but not really.
Not enough to say it's statistical.
Well, because that book's all about execution.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the lines from that book that I really liked is that you go to college, and how I think they were in a classroom or something. And they were like, how many people in college learned about strategic planning?
Yeah,
it
was my MBA. It was my MBA.
Yeah. Everybody raised their hand.
Yeah.
Who in college learned extensively about executing that plan?
Yeah.
And everybody's hand went down.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I wrote
so true.
I wrote an article in LinkedIn a long time ago, and it was a story about a bunch of stuff, but it really was the key part of it was, and I had just gotten disappointed with somebody who had left the organization I was in, and had all these big aspirations. I was excited about what they were going to help us do as an organization, but then left without implementing anything. And I was interviewing people as well, and I was getting into these big dreamers, but no one could tell me how they did one of those things in a different environment. So it was about, we don't need big ideas. We need big implementers. We need somebody that comes in and kind of puts the piece together. You're like that. I don't know what the statistical data is on finding a person like that in your workforce or within your workplace.
Very low.
I would say less than 10%.
Oh yeah. It's super low. I mean, it's been a few years, but it's like 80% chance that when you fire somebody, you get somebody, or 20% chance that when you fire somebody, you get somebody of the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And like 10% chance that you get somebody better than them.
Yeah.
And 70% chance that you get somebody worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is one of those things that I'm always like, I kick around when that time comes up and I'm like, this just isn't working. And then I go back to all the books I've read and it's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Because how do I need to change my approach? Because not everybody thinks like me. Not everybody's thinking about, well, this is where it looks like on the spreadsheet. And see, you're not moving this number. Very small amount of us think that way.
Yeah. And there's the balance with measurement and what's causing that person not to create those measurements.
Which is the emotion side, which is kind of where I
Yeah.
suck. Like, that's probably my weakest point. I can
Yeah.
connect with customers on emotion and a level of urgency and
Yeah.
like that piece of it.
As far as reading the emotions of others at times.
reading those emotions, but maybe I use all my energy there.
Yeah.
So sometimes I lack seeing that with people that are working the same job as me or similar jobs.
There's a reason for
Because
that.
I have an expectation on other people.
Everybody feels like I do. Let's work together and get this done.
Yeah, but not everybody feels the way I
But
do.
not everybody does.
Yeah.
But to go back to the 40X, because we're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
books, we ramble. But the 40X book, what I really, let's stick with that is as far as I think both you and I are good on the Bible, to take another perspective from my side, to take a look at something that meant a lot to me as something that helped me kind of see what my daughters were going through potentially was that Small Fry book. I would suggest that. But the 40X, as far as if you were to come into an organization and say, okay, something's not right here, I need to fix it.
Mhm.
It's really a good book to strip down. Okay, keep it simple. Lead and lag measurements. It's a very good key
Yeah.
part of that book.
That's another top piece of that book
That
is
to
the
me that
lead and
was
lag.
it. That was the
because
encapsulating.
that's what the whiteboard is. Right?
Exactly. So you know what you want. You want revenue, you want margin. So whatever that top line number might be, but what things do you do that lead to that number? And then how
Yes.
are you measuring those things?
Yep.
Because we get lost on kind of the output. We don't kind of care sometimes how it gets there, but you can't reciprocate and you can't replicate it.
Yeah.
If you're not measuring and tracking.
Which is why when I hit that part of the book where it started talking about lead and lag,
Yeah.
I was like, ding.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
1% change every day.
Yeah.
And all of that kind of coming together. And I was like, man.
Tons of quotes on changing bits and pieces, incremental growth, incremental mental increase. I just read something about from Warren Buffett
Yeah.
about that. Kind of like how many pages do you read each day? How many books would you read at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're increasing your output or, bettering yourself a little bit each day, there's accomplishments after, so much time goes by.
Well, and the whole book thing too is like, I did not read many books growing up.
No.
But then I got hungry as an adult.
Yeah.
And
movies just weren't providing.
Yeah. I like documentaries too.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I like learning things.
We'll have to talk about that. We'll have to talk about that in the next one, favorite documentaries or whatever, because I've probably watched
Social
about
Dilemma.
5,000 on the Netflix.
Oh man.
I think there's better ones than that. But anyway,
Yeah.
Let's cut it here.
Sounds good.
40X, good mutual business book that we
Yep.
could recommend for anybody.
Yeah. Take a bite of 40X, have a sip of Atomic Habits, and
And then read the Bible before you go to bed. You'll be straight.
yeah,
All right.
pull it out of the nightstand at the motel.
All right. Good chat.
All right. Thanks.